It's only 2 months.
I think so. And then I believe that's right.
Oh, wow.
My goal is to finish a paragraph in class. This is directed to those of you who keep telling me you're going to get the 4 tests done, but still aren't. Would you do it now? Not now, but will you please do it already? Your grade is sitting at a 0. Fix it. Don't you want to fix it, Bailey? Don't you want to fix it?
I fixed it.
Oh yeah, you did fix it. Hey, Miller, come on. No, you're not. You haven't done one. Not one.
I know, but I'm.
Fix it. And I mean that with loving arms. Okay. Let's take a candy. Did anyone else want chocolate before I lock the wall? Don't you want my son to go to Florida?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Who doesn't? Mosquitoes and old people and Disney World.
Don't forget the alligators.
Alligators. Or are they crocodiles?
I think they're alligators.
How do you know the difference?
Alligators have the U shapes now, and the crocodiles have the V shapes now. I used to be big into reptiles when I was like 10.
Doesn't one have teeth that go both directions, where the other one has only teeth that go down or something?
I think so.
Chocolate.
Like stalactites versus stalagmites?
I think crocodiles have the both ways.
And alligators more green. And crocodiles more like brownish.
I guess it depends on where they're from.
Kitta ketta. So you are my friend?
Like this.
Kate's here. Abby? Nope. Jeffrey? Yep. Peter? Joe's here. Ezra? I haven't seen Ezra in a while. Kai's here. Thomas is here. Laura's here. Jake? Jake? Is that Jake? Not here. Bailey's here. Allison is here. Allison's baby is here. Carissa is here. Andrew is here. Tabitha is here. Tabitha's baby is here. Jasmine is here. We're ready to rock. I want to rock, 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 rock. R. No, I say the letter and you say it. R. R.
R.
O.
C.
O.
O.
C.
C.
K.
K.
What's the spell? Rock. That's great. This was a good video. All right. We are now writing the paragraph arguing that the words should be removed because they force religion on a captive audience, which you may agree with or you may disagree with. Okay? I hope I'm not. I mean, for some of you, if I'm sounding like a broken record, good. You're starting to understand. If this is something that you're like, what? What's wrong with you? I've been saying the same thing day after day after day. Come on. If you agree that the words should be removed, you listening to me? This is your column. You think, but I believe you think the word should be left alone. Yeah, okay. This is your column.
Got it.
Okay. So let's write the topic sentence now. The topic sentence is going to be the second reason. If you agree, if you think the word should be removed, your sentence, listen to me. If you think the word should be removed, huge ears right now, Dumbo ears. You will write a sentence that sounds something like this. The second reason the word should be removed is that they force religion on a captive audience. Here. If you're not buying it, if you disagree, if you think the word should be left alone, then your sentence, your topic sentence is going to go something like this. You listening? Hey, you listening? It'll go something like this. The second reason some people claim the words should be removed is their belief that the words force religion on a captive audience.
You got me? All right, write that sentence. Okay, what's up?
I'm not on the quote is.
Yeah, that's evidence. Yeah. Well, it's right here. This is the quote. Now, your evidence is the example that sort of demonstrates that in action. Why don't you, instead of finishing this up and then tomorrow saying, okay, what I missed yesterday and all that, just do what we're doing and then we can catch up with this. All right. Nice work. Hello. Has everyone succeeded in writing the correct topic sentence? If you have, then will you just look at it right now and be able to answer this question? Do you think the word should be removed? Okay. If the answer to that question that I just asked is yes, then your topic sentence should be something like this. The second reason the word should be removed is they force religion on a captive audience. If you think the word should be left alone, your topic sentence should be something like, the second reason some people argue that the word should be removed is their belief that the words force religion on a captive audience.
What? They influence.
They force. The second reason some people believe the word should be removed is their belief that the words force religion on a captive audience. It's right here. Force religion on a captive audience. Okay. No, why are you on your phone? I'll just. It'll be right there. Okay. Are we done with topic sentence? Okay. The next thing is context. Is there any word in here that might need clarification? That's your context. What's up?
Oh, I thought you were asking.
No, I am.
Forces and captive.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean? Forces religion. What's a captive audience? What's a captive audience? Go ahead.
An audience that is forced to sit and listen and or watch
That's
against
right.
their will.
You, right now, are a captive audience. You have to be here. Thank you, Wisconsin law. Any of you 18 yet? Not one of you is 18 years old? By law, you all have to be here. If you don't like it, move to Minnesota, 16. At 16, you can decide I've had enough of this school. And then go out into the world and make it. I know, public schools are holding you back. I know. They are. They're preventing you from being the greatness that you all are. There's another perspective, and that is, no, public schools are helping you. That's my perspective. But anyway, all of you have to be here. You are a captive audience. You are a captive audience. And every day, the pledge is said to students that have to be there. You are a captive audience. So, maybe a sentence that says, at this time, throughout America, students have to hear the pledge. They have to hear the pledge. The question that you're answering in this paragraph is, does that mean that religion is being forced upon you? Some of you in here are going to say, yeah, that's exactly what it means. And some of you in here are going to say, religion isn't being forced. We're not being forced. How are we doing? Like, giving me the thumbs up means I'm through the green part. I've done the topic sentence and I've defined what captive audience means. Where's the thumb? Where's the thumb? Yes. Thumb, 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 thummy, 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 thumb, 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 thumb. Bailey, help it. Do you at least know what you're doing?
Yeah.
All right. The document that is making this argument is document 10. It's right on this piece of paper. Who needs a new copy? No judgment here. Do you need a new copy? Believe me, I get it. I lose things too. I get it. Anybody else? Okay. So you're being now charged with writing the red part. Remember now, this is all one paragraph, so don't enter and go on the left margin again. Just continue where you're leaving off with the red part, which is the evidence part. The speaker is the Humanist Society. There it is. The credibility, it's a nonprofit religious organization. It's right there. So you're saying the Humanist Society, comma, a nonprofit religious organization, comma, says, and then let's see. I think that's it. The first two sentences of the second little paragraph of document 10. Right? The first two sentences. Did you do that?
No, I haven't, but what do I say here? After at this time.
Oh, yeah. At this time, students throughout America have to listen to the pledge.
Yeah, so it's after.
Here.
After that.
After that, the Humanist Society, right? The red part. And look at that quote. The first two sentences of that second paragraph. The use of the current version of the pledge in public schools violates the court's coercion analysis. Reciting under God is a religious act. You are being forced to hear in essence, a prayer. You are being forced to hear a prayer. According to this group, this is not Mr. Potter talking right now. This is the Humanist Society talking, not me. You might agree, you might disagree. It's just fine, either way. So go ahead, and if you're typing it, type the whole quote out. It'll take you a minute, maybe. First two sentences. Do you have this? Yeah. First two sentences of that paragraph. The all the way to act. The all the way to act. And then remember, end that with parentheses 10. Parentheses, period. Okay. The end of that sentence should be, the last word should be act, right? Comma, quote, space, parentheses, 10, parentheses, period. This is how your sentence should end. Just like that. That is how the end of your sentence should look. Right there. Peter, are you okay? A little lost? We're writing the paragraph that argues that the word should be removed because they force religion on a captive audience. Do you agree with that? No. Okay. So that means that you're paying attention to this column right here because it's the paragraph. It's a paragraph you're disagreeing with. Okay. So your topic sentence should read something like this. The second reason some people argue the word should be removed is their belief that religion is forced on a captive audience. Your green part would go something like this. Throughout America today, students are forced to listen to the pledge. That's enough. Which is true. Whether you agree or not, it is true. You are forced to listen to the pledge. It's just that some of you think that's forcing religion, and others in here are saying it doesn't force religion. The document you're using is document 10 with the first two sentences of that second paragraph as your actual quote. And that leads us to the blue part, and this is your 2 cents. This is you telling us why you think it's important. Why does it matter? Okay? And this is where historical examples are required. You are telling me what you believe the Humanist Society is saying. What are they saying? Put it in your own words. Put it in your own words. The Humanist Society is saying, say it again with the using different words. What are they saying? You can do it. You are sophomores and juniors in high school. You can listen to words and say, here's another way of saying the same thing. You can do it. You don't have. What are they saying? Whether you agree with it or not, first tell me what you think they're saying. And then those of you who disagree, those of you that are paying attention to this column, add those magical words, they're wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. Peter, they're wrong. Who else thinks they're wrong? Who else thinks they're wrong? Word should be left alone. Okay, add those words. They're wrong. After you tell me what you think they're saying, add, but they're wrong. Only if you disagree. If you agree, why would you say they're wrong? You think they're right.
So when I say the pledge, like you're saying the pledge that
Okay. I don't want to talk before we're ready. Are we ready to move? I'll give you another minute. 1 minute. Please try to get to the point when we're writing this paper where you know what happens next. That's what I'm trying to get you to be at. The point where it's like, oh my God, this is boring. I want you to be bored out of your mind writing this. I want you to be thinking, I know. Good. Good. Because the next time we write this, I'm not holding your hand like this. And each one of you will have your own topic. So yours will be abortion and your neighbors will be capital punishment. And you'll think, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'll copy Johnny. And your abortion paper will be telling me about why capital punishment is wrong. And that's messed up.
abortion is not a joke.
No one's joking about it.
No, it's not.
In no state in the nation can you have an abortion that late.
Really?
It's only legal during the first 2 trimesters.
How long is that?
6 months. And in some states, it's illegal after the first 18 weeks. Those of you who are going to get Prego someday, you're Prego 40 weeks. 40 weeks. In some states, if you decide to terminate it, you have until 18 weeks, and then it's illegal. Okay, back to this. I am now talking to those of you who agree the word should be removed. Will you just show me that's you? You think the word should be removed. I'm talking to you right now with your hands in the air. I'm talking to you. We need to prove that the words forced religion on a captive audience. And the evidence we're all going to use, those of you who raise your hands, is a Supreme Court case, Engel v. Vitale. Let me just tell you the story. In 1962, the Supreme Court said prayer in public schools, unconstitutional. So those of you who raised your hands, that means the pledge itself, as currently constituted, is unconstitutional because the pledge is a prayer. What makes it a prayer? That one word makes it a prayer. Okay? So your example is going to go something like this. In 1962, the Supreme Court outlawed prayer in public schools. And as a result, the pledge is unconstitutional because it's a prayer. That's what you're arguing. If you think it's wrong, if you think the word should be left alone, let's go with other examples where religious affiliated things are seen in public property. All right, how many of you are around this building during Christmas time this year? You were in this building around Christmas. What was that green thing that looked like a Christmas tree in our entrance? I think it was a Christmas tree. I do believe it was a Christmas tree. Christmas tree. That's Christmas. That's a religious holiday. Did anyone complain? Seemed okay?
Everyone loves presents.
Who doesn't? So you see my argument? If it's okay to have a Christmas tree in public schools, then why can't you have the word God in the reciting of the pledge, which is said in public schools? Or, any of you have a trial recently? Any of you accused of a crime? Have to go on trial? No? Good. Keep it that way. But let's say that either you are put on trial or you are a witness in that trial. You are called to the stand. This is a public trial. And you put Mr. Hand on what? A Bible. And you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you. So help you, God. Huh? You see, if it's okay to have that word in a public trial, then why can't you have it in the pledge, which is said in schools? Is what you're arguing over here. See what you're doing? You're saying if it's okay here, then why can't it be okay here? Over here, you're saying, but it's not okay here, so it can't be okay here. What's up?
Wait, so
Why'd you say wait?
well, I'm just kind of confused. It doesn't like it kind of does, but
Good God, man.
Anyway, so wasn't one of the examples in another paragraph like the 10 Commandments were banned from that guy's
Yeah.
courthouse?
Yes.
So wouldn't
You would say, if you think the word should be removed, you would say that they should have been banned. And so should the word under God.
Okay, so yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So wouldn't it technically be? Couldn't you like not do that in a public trial? Like, wouldn't they have to remove that if it's?
What do you think?
Yes.
Great. It's America. Think what you want.
So inconsistent.
Hey, this is going to take you a little bit of time, right? We're doing nothing else in this class, right?
The if and then part.
The end. What are you saying?
Like,
Oh, yes. No, don't. I didn't do that. You don't have to.
but like,
You could.
like the trial thing, whatever, like you can say on there, or you can be truthful. You can say if that's okay, then.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Very good. Yep. And then let me just say one more thing. You've got to wrap it up with that kind of wrapping up sentence. If A is true, B is true. Because A is true, B is true. Because the words force religion on the captive audience, comma, they should be removed. Or because some people mistakenly believe the words force religion on a captive audience, comma, they argue the word should be removed. Okay. There's nothing else happening. If you're a little behind, a little confused, I think we got 10 minutes, right? Is this class over at 1:30? Yep. Okay. So we have 10 minutes. Please call me over. I'll sit with you. We'll write it. Okay. Or if you see your neighbor is kind of struggling, you get it. Help your neighbor. Right? We've got some smart people in here. Help your buddy.
Is it a law to say that help me God thing in the
Is
court?
it a
thing?
law?
Or like, is it like, yeah, is it a law?
Is it like required?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, I think rather than say it's required, just say something like in trials throughout the country, people swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Is it required? I don't know, but it is done. I do know. They should be. We are inching our way closer to being finished with this paper. There is a little bit of time here. Those of you not done with the 4 little tests, do it. Do the 4 little tests.